Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Gabby, and for today's video, I'm going to be reviewing the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Soft Matte Powder Foundation, and I believe it's supposed to blur your pores and be sweat resistant. So I'm going to do my eyes off the camera and then I'll be right back. I've already done my eyes, so now I'm going to move on to my base. So since today we are reviewing the Fenty Pro Filter Soft Matte Powder Foundation, I'm going to just put primer on, and then I'm going to put a little bit of concealer, and then I'm going to apply the powder foundation along with it. So I believe it's supposed to blur all of your pores and it's supposed to be sweat resistant, so we'll see about that. So for primer, I'm going to start with my Juno & Co. Moonshine Primer. Before I apply my concealer, I'm going to cover up my pimples with my MAC Pro Longwear Paint Pot and Painterly. I'm not sure if the powder foundation will cover all my pimples up, so I just want to make sure that they're as covered as they can be. So now I'm going to go in with my concealer. It's the Tarte Shape Tape, and I'm using the shade 16N. And I'm not going to apply too much of it. So now I'm going to go in with the Fenty Soft Matte Powder Foundation, and I'm in the shade 150. I'm using the same shade that I would use in the liquid foundation, and it seems like it's the same color. So the shade match is pretty on point. Like I said before, I think it's supposed to last all day long and be sweat proof, and it's supposed to blur your pores. I am using the sponge that came with it. I want to see how it works with it. On this side of my face is where I had applied it. I don't know if you can tell, but my pores do look minimized, and on this side has no foundation. So I'm actually liking the way that this powder foundation blurs my pores. I do have oily skin. I'm guessing that I will have to touch up during the day. The real test will be is if it separates and disappears. And in case you haven't watched any of my videos before, I do wear these cat ears on my head while I do my makeup, always. Because if I don't, all my hair will be on my face and it'll bother me the whole time. So this is how my skin is looking. I actually really like it a lot so far. It feels really soft. I am going to apply some bronzer. I'm just going to use my Butter Bronzer, the Physicians Formula. And for my blush, I'm going to go in with the Kylie Cosmetics blush in the shade Crush. I'm going to go in with the Jaclyn Cosmetics Luminous Powder in the shade Brighten Up. And for my highlighter today, I'm using the Kylie Cosmetics Pressed Illuminating Powder, and I'm taking the top two shades in Privacy Please and Unbothered. I'm going to finish up my under eyes with my mascara, and I'll be right back. So I have the rest of my makeup on, and this is how my skin is looking. So I'm going to be doing about 2 check-ins probably during the day, one in the middle of the day and then one at night, and I'll let you know how this foundation is wearing. I'll see you in a little bit. Hey guys, I'm back with my first checkup. So it has been about 3 hours since I had applied it first, and here's a close-up at my skin. It really hasn't gotten oily at all, hasn't broken up around my nose or my smile lines, and it looks pretty much exactly the way it did when I first applied my makeup. I've been cleaning my apartment, so I've been sweating a little bit. So I'm going to do another checkup before I go to bed and take off my makeup, and I'm thinking that I might be a little oily in my T-zone by then. We'll find out, so I'll see you later. So I'm back with my last check-in, and I have been wearing this foundation for about 8 to 9 hours, and I am a little oily, especially on my forehead, and I do have some smile lines Not too bad though. So I'm going to try and see how it works when I touch up. So I'm gonna put some on my forehead. And I was wearing a mask today and I don't seem to have any lines from it, which is really good. I do have some oil on my nose as well. Okay, so this is how it looks after I touched up, and this is the only time I've touched up today. I didn't touch up at all. And I think it looks pretty much like it did when I first applied it. And like I said, I was wearing a mask today, and I was hot and sweating. So I would say that it is long wear and sweat proof. I really liked this powder foundation and I would recommend it if you are looking for a powder foundation. This is a really good option. And like I said before, it's the same corresponding shade as it would be in the liquid foundation. So you don't have to worry about finding your shade if you already have your liquid foundation. So thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys!